What's up, everyone? Welcome to our weekly Q&As, questions and answers sessions. I encourage you to post your questions ahead of time because I will answer them by the first one, and it's going to be probably like 45 minutes. I like to start it with some topics. Each live will have like a different topic that I will uh, talk about and go over for like 10-15 minutes or even less sometimes. I just finished recording a video now that will be up probably next week on how you can speak with the Costa Rican team. For those from Seller Central, and for those of you that don't know, the Costa Rican team gives much better support. They're more knowledgeable, they're more friendly. And in this video, I show really live how I able to reach them and show you how you can do it as well. With the live call, you can hear the Amazon reps on the line. So this is a funny, cool video. And this is something that new to me. I never did this kind of video. So check it next week. It should be up on the channel. Now, this the topic for today's live, before I go and start answering the questions, is what is the product launch. What are the steps that I'm taking when I'm launching new products? And I recently launched a product a few weeks ago, and I'm about to launch a new product very soon. So it's something that I can say from experience that works lately and recently in my business. So let's start with, first of all, while I'm not going to talk about all the steps that you need to have when you source the product. I assume that the product is on the way to Amazon or to a 3PL. And by the way, again, for those of you that need 3PL services or freight forwarding services, contact me, Tomer at sourcing-monster.com. I think that I can help you with that or with any questions related to freight forwarding. Now, so I assume that the product is already on the way to Amazon. And what you have to really to do, what are the steps that you need to do? And please like this video, because the more likes that it gets, then it will show on more subscribers feed. So please do me a favor and like this live session. Okay, so the first thing that you have to make sure is that your photos are ready. And I like to have my photographer in China. Why? Because it can save me so much time, and time for me, it's more even than money. Of course, the quality that I'm using for the photographers in China are good enough, or sometimes even better than the quality that I find here. And it's also more cost effective. So it's really no brainer to have your photos done in China. If you need more info about this, if you want me to connect you with my photographer, let me know. Then you want to make sure that the copywriting is done. You have the copywriting ready. These are the things that you need to really, I'm putting them by priority, because they are very, very important to focus on one thing at a time. If your product is on the way to Amazon, and I see this constantly, people starting to work or research about the Amazon PPC campaigns, you're not really focusing on what matters right now in your business. And this is really hard thing to do. It requires discipline, and it requires really clarity on what needs to be done. And I think this is something that I'm good at, and I want to really show people why it's so important. Because if you focus on things that are not relevant now, basically you're focusing on the things that don't matter, don't change your bottom line. And you always have to ask yourself, really ask yourself, what I could do now, today, or what I should focus on today that will bring me the best results that I can, or get me closer to my goals. So make sure that the photos are ready, copywriting is done. And once this is done, you can start working on setting up Vine if you have brand registry. So when the product arrived, they can do all these giveaways to the Vine customer review. I would set up a coupon for like 5% on the listing, because we're starting with 0 reviews. And then the next step will be that I will start with Amazon PPC campaigns, that just to set them up. I don't want my item to be by Amazon and then I need to do all these steps in rush, because, and I have we have here, I'm not gonna say names, but we have people that started, including me, that started, and when the item arrived, we started to do all this work, and then obviously like it doesn't work. you're gonna fail, or at least you didn't do everything that you in your power to be prepared and ready for the product launch. And you invest so much money in sourcing and shipping. The freight costs are crazy. Everything costs so much money and so expensive, but on the little things that are actually matter, like being prepared and doing all the work, you're not really putting all this work. So of course, it's you're gonna be upset on yourself if you didn't do it ahead of time. um, then we're going to set up rebates key account and AdWords account, Google Ads account. These are important for the launch because I decide on like the best 20 keywords that I'm going to focus on my Amazon PPC campaigns, and I take one really the most relevant keyword that have good amount of search volume, but nothing like 5, 10, 20,000, something like 2,000, 3,000, 1,000. It's also good. And I want to rank number one for that keyword. That's my focus. So I'm going to do giveaways with that keyword. And when I send traffic for my AdWords campaign, I'm going to send it with a 2-step URL to this keyword that I decided. Then take this keyword, put it in a keyword tracker. You can also click on this little rocket icon on Helium 10 keyword tracker, and it will check it basically every 10 minutes. And really keep an eye on this keyword, monitoring it. And believe me, it works. I tried it even with products that I launched many months ago or years, and it still works. So this is really my checklist. And now we'll start getting into the questions. So welcome everyone. This is something that we will do on a regular basis. We'll do it on Tuesday, every Tuesday, noontime, Eastern Standard Time. This is going to be live, so you know that I'm here to answer your questions. We'll start with Abir. Hello, good morning from here. Thank you for the opportunity to ask questions here. Question number one. Of course, you're welcome. I can tell that Abir is very dedicated and very into having a progress step by step, and I'm sure she'll be very successful on Amazon. Question number one. Product depends on customer taste. How do you check whether the market will like it and actually purchase your enhanced version of the product design prior to actually offering it in bulk on Amazon? This is a great question, and there are a couple of answers to that. First of all, my preference, I don't like to go with items that require like a design or taste because you remove the data from here. You remove really the ability from you to have data and get the decision based on data. Because, for example, if it's an item, I don't know, like a cover, I don't know, like a tool to a toothpick, it's all the same color and the same thing, kind of. And what really matter, or your USP, is really your offer or what you actually bundle it with. But we design, and let's say a blanket, and excuse me, with blanket, for example, that has design and pattern, like you can't really know. So there are ways to check it, but in my opinion, until the last day when you actually start your PPC and your efforts, it's still like you're gonna have doubts. So I don't like this personally to go after items like that, but I know people make ton of money with that, with clothing, apparel, and anything that like home improvement. And one way to check it is through PickFu and some surveys before you actually launch the product or source it. So if you have like 10 different color for for the blanket, you can put all of them in PickFu, add a pool, and then have real people tell you what they like or not. You can also use other listings data to know that. So for example, if you go to a listing with 10 variations, you can check the customer reviews and see what is the most popular variation or what is people really purchasing. And this can help you with that as well. We have Krinkika. Hey, thank you for the content. You're welcome. What kind of tools do you use for the launch? Do you still do giveaways? So this is something that I answered before I started answering the questions. This is what I covered. I use rebate key, and giveaways still work. You have to do them in, of course, compliant. You don't ask for any review. You don't ask for anything in return to the item that you give them. It's really mainly to create this sales velocity for specific keywords. What are the best shipping services to use to get your product from the manufacturer to the branding stages and into Amazon warehouse distribution center? I guess you're asking about freight forwarders. Who is the best service to use? So I am like you. I'm always doing like EXW. So the pickup will be from the factory, not FOB. Means that the factory will bring your goods to the port. And I just use like I have good freight forwarder that I'm partner. I offer these services now and 3PL services in the US. And it's very important to choose also the right 3PL. So people think that okay, I'm gonna go to the cheapest 3PL in the US, and they choose Chicago, for example. And what happens with Chicago right now is that the railroad service is really like packed and in conjunction, and it doesn't really work. So it takes you 40% more time to get your goods if you ship them to Chicago, and gonna cost you 40% more than if you have a location in California, for example, or New York. Why? Because the goods are coming from LA to Chicago by rail, and because this line is postponed, is stopped for like it's gonna take two more months to have it released. Then it's crazy that it's gonna take you so much time. So maybe the prep center and the 3PL in West Coast will cost you more, but at the end of the day you saved money, you saved like time, or like a month or 2 months just by tweaking these things. So having a reliable and knowledgeable freight forwarder could save you a lot of money and time. So if you need help, whether you ship with us or not, you can always ask me questions here or at Tomer at sourcing-monster.com. Abir, doing well. Alex, hello Alex, how are you? Okay, Alex, there is an expired utility patent, expired about 1,500 years ago. Is it possible to somehow buy that patent? So, if I'm not wrong, and I'm not really an IP or lawyer for infringements or copywriting, but if I'm not wrong, when it expires, that's it. Everyone can use it. So, there is nothing really that you should scared of. But I would definitely go and consult with someone that can, like know what he's talking about. So, this is something that is no brainer in my opinion. Let me just go and grab this live link, and I'm gonna post it on Facebook so more people can join us, and also to what you call it, please like this video so more people can see it, more people can watch it. Okay, so this is about the patent. Beer said perfect, thanks, you're welcome. Beer, just keep pushing. I know that you'll be very successful and it will work for you the best. um Alex, which app or service do you keep track of your profitability? I use Excel, but I find it really intimidating. So I use Shopkeeper. I think I made a video about it, but if I didn't, then I will make one. And Shopkeeper is not really the cheapest tool out there. It cost me, I think, like $200 a month, but it gives you a real-time profit and loss, real-time throughout all your marketplaces. So I sell in Europe too, and it's really fetch the data from all over and bring you real time on how much money you made. So for example, yesterday it shows me I made 314 sales, total revenue of $5,460, and profit of $1,000. So if you're already here, let me share with you some of my numbers. I'll go with the first brand that I have, the toys brand. And basically things starting to pick up, so it's good. And yesterday at night I was like thinking and seeing like that the sales are increasing, and I'm really like preparing my stocks not for Q4 but for Q1 and Q2. When you have more volume, you have to really think like 6 months ahead, like 8 months ahead of time. You can just think about the next month, because you'll get out of stock. It's better to be safe than sorry with those things. So let's open Seller Central app here. And this is my second brand, and I think I showed it in one of the recent videos, but um this is the second brand that I don't really, I invest like maybe an hour a week, and it make like 11,000 revenue, and I probably make like $1,500 to $2,000 profit on this one. And this is really a side one. The main one is really my main focus because I want to exit, I want to sell it, and I have like bigger plans here with that brand. So I don't really like invest a lot with the other brand. With this one, as you can see, things started to pick up. It's 120,000 for the last 20 days and 4% increase previous 30 days and 6% better than last year. So hopefully with some changes that I did, strategic changes, it will go up. But to your question, I was jumping into other questions, but to your questions, I'm using Shopkeeper. It's really amazing tool. If I didn't make video about it, I will make one because it's really good software. Leo, when releasing a first product, do you go with multiple variations of colors or do you go with single color to see how it sells? So it really depends on your situation. So I like to minimize risks, so I go with one variation. But some people, if you have really deep pockets, what you can launch two variations and see what works. And if you have confidence in the product and you go all in with that product, yes, maybe it's better to launch two variations. In your case, I would go to so Leo really found a good product yesterday. I was joking with him and saying like, I want to be partner with you with this item. So it's really, I think it could really have big chance of having an home run, an item that can make 200,000 a month just with one item. So this is this is a product with huge potential, but you need deeper pockets to do that. So good luck with that, and ask us more questions if you have. Yes, correct. Agree. Thank you. Hello, Baja. Be your own 20. I always get confused. So, welcome, Baja. Ask your questions. Alex, thanks a lot. You're really amazing. You're welcome. I appreciate it. So, Baja, what software do you use to track your income and outcome? So, um, this is this is something that I just answered Alex. So I use Shopkeeper to do that. So it helps me keep track daily, real time actually, on how much money you make, what is your profit real time, and it really gives you an idea. And it's so important to know it. Some people are cheap with that and trying to save and go to Helium 10 tool or anything like that. But believe me, let's say during the day you see everything in a clear way, you can pump more money into advertising or reduce budget, and it could save you like much more than the $200 it cost me. I think for lower tiers it costs less than that. You're welcome. Thank you. QuickBooks and link my books. Oh, I think you're talking about more like a higher level from accounting perspective and point of view. So yeah, I use QuickBooks, and I have my accountant that is that pulling all the reports from all over, from eBay, Etsy, Amazon, all over, and is really like you know doing all the bookkeeping for me. We have Alex. Wow, that's really amazing. By the way, do you have multiple seller account for your two brands? So yeah, I have like two seller accounts because it's different entities, different LLC. So one seller account for one entity and another seller account for a different entity. Excuse me. Having my coffee now, like after 16 hours of not having coffee with milk. Okay, so we have Megan. It's an investment that looks like it's worth it. Oh, you're talking about Shopkeeper. So yeah, so Shopkeeper, it's an investment that definitely the ROI, the return on it will be really good. RZA, welcome, man. Hey, best plan to launch PPC plus SFB. Search, find, and buy, I guess. giveaway is enough or outside traffic is necessary? Not a super competitive market, but a lot of search volume. Thanks. So I talked about this when I started this live, but give you a short answer. Then do rebate key with a two-step URL. Actually, what I do, I'll give you my plan. You can explore it more. So I do rebate key that goes into a Pixelfy link. This Pixelfy link have rotator links. So I have 4 links inside that Pixelfy. So each time person will click on it, it will go to a different link. That way I diversify in points of view of Amazon the traffic sources that coming to them. And I use their like Google links, Facebook links, Pinterest links, links from all over so it looks as natural as possible. And I mix it up with Google AdWords traffic to a two-step URL that is connected with Amazon attribution link. So that's my answer to you. And I would definitely do it. I think it's worth the investment. Even if you're not sure, it's always good to have like a higher result than what you expected. Um, we have Bacha again. Yes, I asked the question before you said it was Shipkeeper. Okay, no problem. Please, guys, like this video because it will show on more people feeds, and then more people can join and benefit and ask questions. One more thing that I wanted to ask: how should I go about dealing with damaged goods when they arrive to the Amazon facility prior to the product launch? There's nothing really there's not a lot of things that you can do. You can basically have from Amazon proof of like what happened, how they were damaged, and BOL, and then you can talk with your freight forwarder and ask for reimbursements for those damaged units. I would also ask to get removal order. I mean, if you have an automated removal order, you will get those units to your place. Treasure Rose, great stream. Thanks. You're welcome. Thank you. Um, doing product launching and doing the PPC and AdWords campaigns. How long after the product actual ranks on page 1 shall we keep the campaigns going? Good questions. So let me read it again. So during product launching, I mean, I just want to make sure that this is the right question. So I mean, what I want to say, launching and doing the PPC and yes, okay. So I would slowly reduce the budget and traffic from outside to that keyword to see if it's influencing the rankings that I have. And if it is, then I'm going to keep it and really keep an eye and keep an eye on the overall, on the tacos level. Why? Because what's matter at the end of the day, it's your total sales and less advertising. That's what matters. So you want to really check it on the micro level and then on the macro, because there are things that you can't really always know. There are a lot of things that are unknown, and you have to get decisions that make sense on the top kind of layer. So it's a good question that I personally also always adjusting and playing with the traffic and the bids to see whether it's influencing my rankings or not. Isaiah, awesome, thanks. You're welcome. And like I said, we're doing those lives every Tuesday, noontime, Eastern time. So I see here that we're getting more and more questions, and I'm happy that you guys ask questions and I can help you, because it's when it's going to be here every Tuesday, so you guys know and expecting those lives. So it could help you, and please like this video. Treasure Rose, true. A beer, perfect, so helpful. You're welcome. Where do you see the tacos? So also in reports. So basically the tacos will be like all your advertisement costs divide by like so for example, let me show you. So let's say ACOS is basically how much you spend, and how much you get directly from that spend. Okay, so for example, you spend $100 and you got on PPC ads and clicks that you got, and you got out of those 100 clicks, you got $1,000 in sales. So your echoes will be 10%. Why? $100 divided by $1,000, it's 10% ACOS. Now tacos it's your overall sales divide by your overall total advertisement cost. So, for example, if your advertising costs are still $100, but you get $1,500 in sales, why? Because you got $1,000 for PPC sales from advertising and another $500 organically. So you want to see how your everything that we do, all the advertising and external traffic and launching, is done to help our organic rankings, to get organic rankings for free or organic sales for free. So how you actually check it? You want to see, yes, how many sales you get directly from your advertising efforts. This is very important metric. But what really the most important thing is to look how it's influencing your tacos, how it's influencing your overall sales. And if I divide $100 by 1,500, then my tacos become like 6%. So tacos will always be lower than your ACOS, and it's very important to check this. I see that we don't get any more questions, and it's a very busy day for myself. Tomorrow I'm going to Vegas. I'm flying into a conference that I'm having, so we'll call it a day today. It was really nice answering all your questions here. I know it was short, but I'm not getting more questions, so I will save some of my time doing some other stuff that I have to complete before my flight. So it was really pleasure answering all your questions today. And please do me a favor, like this video and join me next Tuesday. Even though I'm going to be away, I'm going to still do it. I'm very committed, and when I send something, I'm going to do it. So every Tuesday, we're going to do those lives at noontime, no matter if I'm on vacation or not, but we're going to do it. Thank you guys for all the thank you messages. It really make me feel like make me want to do those live like more frequently. I have more than one question before I end this live. So how do you manage your PPC campaigns? Any reliable software or downloading reports and going through Amazon? I like to do everything through Seller Central, bulk files. I'm into exploring new ways of doing it with Excel files, but you know I'm not using any programs or softwares. I did try them before, but it's a different topic for now. Good luck, Tommy. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Treasure Rose, Baja, Alex, Abir, all of you. So I appreciate all of you, and thank you so much. Wish you prosperity, luck with anything that you do, whether it's product launching, finding a new product, whatever you do, guys. Wish you luck with that, and I'm always here to support you and help you with any questions that you have. So thank you for being on this live. I appreciate this, and I'll see you next week on Tuesday, noontime Eastern Standard Time, every week. Bye bye.